That was so beautiful. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Sandy. And now it's time for our speaker. We always look forward to hearing Rabbi Rachel. She speaks for us every other month on the fourth Sunday, and it's always something I anticipate with joy. She's passionate. She always helps us. She calls to attention to places in our world that need love the most. And she is just absolutely a wonderful speaker. So we're so grateful to have her. Please help me welcome Rabbi Rachel Short.
Good morning, everybody. Shaloha. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. Oh, I'm going to move this just a little bit. Listening to the previous speaker talk about love and God, I feel like that vibe is really in the room, and that's what I was going to talk about anyway. The theme is reaching higher, and it's so divinely timed that this is the theme right now, because I feel like we're all being called to reach higher. I don't know any person who can sit here and say that they've been through this before, that what we're going through as a collective, like, oh, I've done this, I know how to get over it. I mean, even if you've done it in previous lifetimes, in this body now, we're all being called to reach higher. And we just had Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the Jewish New Year, the year 5782, correlates with the fall equinox, the beginning. To me, this is, maybe just because I'm a rabbi, I don't know, but this is always when the year felt new to me. This is when beginnings always felt like they were shifting. The middle of January or the beginning of January, it's already cold. You've already gone through this change. Right now we're seeing a massive, massive shift. So we begin 5782, we celebrate Rosh Hashanah. Then coming up after that, we have Yom Kippur, which I've talked about before. It's the day of at-one-ment, I like to call it, the Day of Atonement, where we find repentance, prayer, charity, and internal freedom to begin the new year. Then the next festival, it's just like a whole festival time, is Sukkot, which we're in the middle of right now, which is where God told us basically to go camping for a week so that we can start the year off in that realm. We're told to basically build a tent outside where we can see the stars and sleep in there and eat fresh fruits, eat fresh vegetables. And then in addition to starting the new year, this year 5782 is what we call a Shemitah Year. So every 7 years, according to the Torah, you're supposed to let the land rest. You're not supposed to harvest any fruit. You're not supposed to harvest any vegetables. And this is on the seventh day God rested. We're commanded to celebrate Shabbat, that we all need the idea to rest. So thinking about starting a year of rest, where we're all being called to rest internally, divinely being timed with reaching higher. It goes against what we've been told since the beginning of, I think, this society, time, whatever, I don't know. But we live in a world where we've been told go, go, go is what leads to getting things done. What if we had that all wrong and we're being told to go slow, slow, slow? And that when you look at families where they celebrate traditional Shabbat, traditional Orthodox Jewish homes, they don't turn on the lights, they rip all their toilet paper ahead of time, they don't cook, their meals are made the day before. I got to experience this with my family when I was in Israel, and I came to look forward to it so much every week, wherever I was. Everything just shuts down. And you're supposed to basically do nothing but eat, hang out with your family, read books, go on walks, and reconnect. And scientifically, it's proven that those families have less disease in their households. They have less cancer and long-term illness because the body needs to rest, the land needs to rest. And then as we end Sukkot, coming up this Wednesday, we'll have Simchat Torah, which celebrates the ending of the Torah. We read the 5 books of Moses, right, from beginning to end every year. That's the Torah, the Old Testament, as it's known. So we're coming to the end. It's all starting over. We're coming to a new beginning, kind of like we were just talking about. And then we start to read the Torah all again. And we begin with Bereshit. We've gone through Exodus. We've gone through all that. We're through, right? We're out. Now we start over and we come back to where God's like, all right, reset. 7th year reset, 7th day reset. Reset the book, reset everything. Unplug it, plug it back in. My friend and I were talking yesterday. How great would it be if we could just shut off everyone's internet for a day? The world would freak out. Oh my gosh, you can't watch Netflix and I can't scroll Instagram. What am I going to do? But it would be the best thing in the entire world for us as a society. It's crazy to me when I stop and think about the fact that my child will never know a planet without computers. And that all of us in this room have gone through the quickest evolution, I think, in history. If you think about the way revolutions happen, if you think about the way things change and paradigms shift, and we look at technology and the internet and how quick and rapid that was, how do we catch up to that? This is always on. How could we even live without it now? But don't we need to? Aren't we being called to rest, reset, recharge? To me, the call to reach higher is a very, very, very clear one. That we are being called not to get distracted in this earthly realm right now. There's a lot of divisiveness. There's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of us against them. That is not God. That is not love. God is love and oneness, and loving your neighbor as yourself means as they are, whether or not you agree with them, disagree with them, you love them and they love you, because we are all different parts of God in motion. And to me, every single person in this room, everyone watching, everyone on this planet right now, because for whatever reason we chose to be here, I don't know, but we did, is being called to reach higher and not get caught up in this. And to stay focused in the place of love. That this is what leads us up. Our heart is what calls us to reach higher. And when you look back at history, in no matter what religion, what history book, no matter what direction you go, it's love. The people who lead with love, the people who change with love, the people who stand in love, who we look back and go, that was awesome, thanks for doing that for us. We can't get caught up in all the noise. We have to reach higher. You would be amazed at the emails I've been getting from people lately. It's unbelievable. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of lower vibration energy stuff. And understandably, it's scary times. This is a massive shift happening very, very quickly. But we have to reach higher. Love is what connects us to the higher realm. I think about my daughter, Sephirah. The Sephirah are the branches on the tree of life. So in Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, we believe that God comes down through us in human form into the tree of life. Just like the Hindu chakras, in Christianity, it's the sacraments, kind of. But that there's this rainbow light, this energy flowing through us all the time that comes up, goes down, and connects us. And we are that tree of life. We are that conduit for God. And the center's the heart. The center's always the heart. The cross. Where's the center of the cross? What do we think Jesus was trying to say? From beginning to end. I look back at Moses and Miriam and Abraham and all of them. It was always love. Love was the answer to all of it. And everyone wants to go, oh, that's so simple. Oh, that's so trite. Oh, it's so easy. It's actually really difficult. Genuinely. Choosing love in the face of fear is very, very difficult. If you ever been in an altercation with someone who's yelling at you in the face, to stand there in love takes a lot more work and effort than it does to yell back at them. But we're all being called to do that, to reach higher, to let ourselves connect here, receive whatever it is that's coming from below, ground down from whatever is coming from above, and let the love connect us and flow through us all. So as we end, if you will, this year, and begin a new year, I'm hoping everyone will join me in a year of rest and renewal and reflection and giving ourselves a break. Because I don't know about you, but if we think about, the 7 calendar week, things amp up on Fridays, don't they? It's like there's a push to get everything done at the last second. Maybe that's what last year was. Maybe it was that push towards the end when the next day we get to sit on the couch and do a whole lot of nothing. And I don't mean complacency. I don't mean letting things go or people walk on you or standing up from a place of not standing up. I mean coming from the place of loving yourself and knowing that it's okay to say no. And it's okay to say yes. And it's okay to honor your boundaries. And if we're all taking care of ourselves and loving ourselves, then the entire world, each of us, like a little flower, blooms. I love you, you love you, you love you, you love you. And next thing you know, it's a garden. I'm not worrying about loving you right now. I'm not worried about loving you right now. I know that you need to love yourself, and you need to love yourself, and I need to love myself. And then we're all going to bloom and come together, and it's going to be beautiful and awesome. So when I got that the theme was reaching higher, I know where that comes from. And I think you do too. A lot of love coming through. Someone said to me the other day, we're in a change of a system, and you think about like Rome, Babylon, all these empires falling, if you will, the way that happened. And someone looked at me and was like, the system's broken, the system's broken. I'm like, no, that's not the truth of it at all. The system's functioning exactly how it was set up. It was set up on slavery. It was set up to benefit a dark force. We're being called to shift that and to recognize where there are holes and to lead with love into this new age that I think we all know we're going into, whether we want to or not, because there's no going backwards. We're all different. We've all been through it. And once you get through the hole, darkness, right? Exodus, I've talked about this. You walk through that tunnel, there's light on the other side. Resting in that love. Resetting, rejuvenating, recharging. So I have a little something to share with you all that came through reaching higher within myself. Reaching higher, I choose to let go. Where I end up, I don't need to know. I choose to surrender, go with the flow, choose to go inward, heal and grow. Be the hero, run my show, choose to see where we need to go slow. Merrily, merrily, our own boats we row, here and there, to and fro. Always being guided, even when we are low, to heal and pray with all our baggage in tow. See where there's pukas we need to sow, and we will get how the divine is being like, whoa. It seems like everything is just a mess. Too much darkness, too much stress. We just keep doing more when we're being called to do less. How do we not see God calling us to reassess? We were told we would always be blessed if we do our part to not second guess. Reaching higher, the divine we caress, the one who doesn't care how you look or dress. I've said it before, the cover's been blown. Who's really in power, who sets the tone? The true colors of the system are clearly being shown. Our spiritual skills we're being called to hone. And it doesn't happen behind our phones. It's when you connect, enter the zone. Know you are spirit in a body on loan. See yourself with compassion. Know where you have grown. You can scream and yell, grumble and groan, huff and puff, cry and moan. Feeling it all deep in your bones, because when you are present, you are home. I find myself feeling like this just can't be real. So much work to be done, so much to heal. All the lies and deception, like the truth does conceal. We seem to have forgotten who's behind the wheel. That we all chose to be here, that we all made a deal. with the same one who told us not to lie, cheat, or steal. We have family among us in desperate need of a meal, so I will use my voice and share how I feel. The passion inside me, speaking with zeal, beyond the surface, there's layers to peel. I see the holes that we really need to seal, where the divine runs with us, right on our heels, calling on us to stop and kneel. Reaching higher beyond the divide, I stand with the one, and I stand with pride. The truth of what is we cannot hide. On this rainbow, I choose to glide. We have all known loss, loved someone that died. We all have had moments where we may have lied. They say life is a journey, just enjoy the ride. The good and the bad, take it in stride. It flows in and out just like the tide. So take a deep breath and let your heart open wide. I speak for the one who's bigger than me, who led Moses and Miriam to escape slavery, the one who guides us how to truly be free, how to live in love and integrity, who makes all things in nature work perfectly, the one who calls us to true harmony, who gives life and breath from the birds to the bees, the one who conducts our earth symphony, inviting us all to play with glee, the one who's much more than a he or a she. When we reach higher, we can truly see that we're stronger as one when I becomes we. I pray for us all to truly hold space with everything changing at such rapid pace, that in our hearts we may know the place that is calling us to lead with grace, to always return to that base where you know you don't have to be in the rat race. With love you look fear right in the face and know you are love. That is the case. Choose love. Don't give in to fear. That is what's needed right now and right here. You are divine. You are worthy, my dear. I see your bright aura so crystal clear. To a new age, I know we are near, eternally leaving fear in the rear. You can't find it when numb with drugs or beer. You find it when knowing coincidences aren't mere. That you were put here to help us steer, to lead with love, shift things up a gear. Off the divine path, we really did veer. So we're here as God moves us back up a tier. Always supported, never alone. Together as one, we can fly like a drone. Together as one, we are the Om. You are the secret. Mahalo. Shalom. Thank you, everyone.
I knew I would love your message, and I loved your message. I'm never going to clean out any of my closets again because it's my year to rest. That's what I say every day. Okay, I must need to